Hello guys and welcome back to Let's Talk News. And also I actually want to share with you my personal opinion about some ships which I believe they will be very strong in the next meta, and that it's Submarines meta. But before we do that, the steel ship, Yamato's sister ship, the Yashima, or I don't know, it's supposed to have a new name, Shikishima, something weird like that, has been buffed. So what is the buff? The main reload guns went from 35 seconds all the way to 27 seconds, which is actually even faster than today's Yamato. Something else, they also increased her shell speed from 720 to 765. Not quite Yamato's shell travel speed, but very close. And at the same time, the maximum damage by AP it's reduced from 19,400 to 17,000, which is pretty alright. I mean, even if they nerf the alpha, guys, 17,000 one citadel, that's damn huge. Something also else, it's her accuracy. It's the Japanese Yamato's accuracy, how pinpoint accuracy in the Sigma and all that. So it's a whole lot easier to aim and hit your target with the new steel ship. How much steel, I have no idea. Very fast, I would like to say there will be small changes to Nerf and changes to different kind of Soviet cruisers and some premiums and non-premium. I will only talk about the Okhakov, the Smolensk at tier 8 with 152mm guns. They nerfed the torpedo from 10 to 8, which give her, regular Smolensk torpedo, but also increase her DPM from 6.5 to 6.1, so which is pretty darn good, 6.1 seconds. And also her main armament, I'm talking about the range, has been increased from 15.2 to 15.5. It's a new premium tier 8 Soviet light cruiser, which could be very interesting in the next patch or so. Very short, I would like to say, for the Kleber's sister ship, the Marseille, the oncoming coal ship, the French. It's literally Kleber's hull with Colbert's guns. They had buffed the torpedo reload from 150 to 142 seconds. So small, 8 seconds faster torpedo reload. On the other hand, they nerfed the third turrets. The turrets, they don't no longer rotate 360 degrees. That's a bummer. Flamus' latest video about the German cruiser, the tier 9 Aegir, the cruiser with a secondary crazy build. The secondary battery reload time has been increased from 3.1 to 3.6 seconds, so a half second less daka with the absolutely broken, stupid secondary build with this dispersion of Grep Zeppelin's dispersion, kind of a weird tier 9 cruiser. Very interesting. However, it's still a heavy cruiser. I believe, guys, without saying too much, do not rush to go towards Yamato, Yashima and all that, because the submarines will come. And how fast will they come? Probably, my guess, this is my gut feeling, this month or in the beginning of next month. This is how damn close the release of the submarines are coming. Now, before I gonna jump, there is biggest downside. It's the ship like Yamato, Fuso, Nagato, Amagi, you name it, which they are the primary target. If you're playing a submarine, there are two types of ships you are looking forward to sink, and that is first one, battleship, second, heavy cruisers. The biggest your enemy could actually be. What's the counterpart, guys? What do you think I'm gonna say? could be light cruiser, but not in the first game. I believe, without saying too much, guys, the enemy number one for the submarines will actually be a line that I actually did not bother to grind, but probably I might buy. I would like to say the Mogador, Kleber, Tashkent, and of course Kaaba will be absolutely back in business. You may argue that you can home and the submarine's torpedo can angle or turn towards you. But I have one question. How the hell can you ping a Mogador or a Kleber or the new oncoming coal ship Marcel, the tier 10 Kleber holds with very fast Daka. Remember, those ships are the fastest one in the entire game. I have no idea. I'm just saying that, guys. You might actually never ever gonna catch one. Not when they have the speed boost available, guys. And same story, it's also with probably the Kiev and the Tashkent. Good luck to torpedo those ships. If guys, it doesn't matter if you have F3 torps, for crying out loud. It's very hard, almost impossible to torpedo them because they are too darn fast, and the turning radius, it's pretty damn good for the Soviet one. And I believe the new king, the new hunter of submarines, will be actually the French one and the Soviet destroyer. But on the other hand, on the third part, we don't know exactly what's going to happen with CV. We don't know exactly how they can deal, the CV can deal with the submarine. I have no idea. But I know one thing for fact, that the light cruiser are back in business, and there is some French light cruiser Bayern, I do believe, or something like that. I don't know if you can touch. I don't think that it's here in the no, I don't think. No, it's the tier 8 French Bayard with speed boost, but also for the tier 6, which on some strange reason I do not own her. La Gresinier. Remember that La Gresinier is still a light cruiser, and you going for Algeria, and higher you have higher cruiser guns. The difference between Algeria and this lovely ship, the La Gresinier, is that they will receive death charges. Heavy cruiser won't have death charges. Once again, guys, I have no idea if the Hydro will be any tools against submarines, but I know for sure everything which extremely fast and good maneuverability will be the, shall I say, the counterpart. And you may argue that some high tier destroyer, they might even sink the cruiser, and because of this homing and because of the pretty damn strong torpedo. However, when you have the speed boost, which I don't think you have at this tier, but for tier 8 and above, yes. But remember, 2 or 3 guns and heavy cruiser won't have tools to deal with submarines. The best submarines hunter are still the Soviet destroyers, and of course, like this Smolensk, which will be even stronger in the near future thanks to the new tools that Wargaming will give her, to hunt and kill submarines. On the other hand, we did not see yet replay about high tier. I'm talking about tier 10 submarines. We don't know a clue how fast they are, and we don't know a clue how fast the torpedo will be. So you kind of need very not just fast, but also good turning radius and good. I'm not talking about concealment. You have to know the turning radius and stuff like that. And yes, guys, I would like to say that the way I see it, the big survivor of this entire new type of battle, we will know for sure more information, but I have this gut feeling that Wargaming will not put in the clue more than probably 2 or 3 submarines at the beginning, so you're not gonna see everyone's playing submarines and nobody's playing anything else, you know what I mean? So yeah, but I very much would like to say that yes, you heard me right, guys. Let's go back to some destroyer that you don't see any, you don't see in this game at all, and that is the Soviet destroyers. They will come back in business, because even though you have fast torpedo, and if you are a Shimakaze, good luck and torpedo trash can, which is not known for the speed of a Mogador, don't get me wrong, but it's no mean a slug. I do believe that you reach, what kind of a speed do we talk about? Yeah, 42.5 knots without speed boost. Exactly. So you will reach 46, 47 knots, and you still have this opportunity to pay, and this is kind of important, guys. Buy in Armory the speed boost, and I urge you to do it for the high tier pan-European destroyer, Soviet destroyers, and of course the French one. I have no idea, guys. Let me also know. I do believe it's pretty strong and probably well worth to purchase the Småland, the tier 10 pan-European destroyer. The biggest difference I kind of forgot to mention between this ship and Holland, you have this stupid plus 30% speed boost available, and when you have this speed boost on, you are actually a speed demon. I believe you can reach around, I don't know, 45 knots or something, and I would like to say that this ship in the very near future will be even stronger, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna kill every single other enemy destroyer, because that's your job with your radar and with your main guns and torpedoes, and then you go into town versus what it's remaining. And guys, most likely the last enemy ships survive, it will be submarines, and then guys, you have one heck of a, shall I say, interesting engagement between a destroyer and a submarine. Remember, probably it's not the best to be huge big target, but if you have a good turning radius, and once again, guys, I have no idea what's going to happen with the Hydra or radar. And same story, it's for the German. Let's go to the Germans, because they might be the new powerhouse, if, I'm just saying, if the Hydra will even count the submarines. And same story, it's, guys, with battleships like Bismarck and so on. So we don't know if the Hydra also affect the submarines, because let's face it, this thing has 6 kilometers in Hydra, which basically means it's a really bad news for other destroyers, but also even more bad news if this will work versus submarines. Once again, we have no idea if that will be the case, or overall all your Hydra. Probably the Hydra will work to spot the torpedoes, yes, but I'm not talking about torpedo, I'm talking about the submarine itself. If your 6 kilometers Hydra can spot the sub or not, that it's a huge thing, you know what I mean. Probably the radar won't work versus submarines. Most likely it won't work, guys, most likely. But once again, I have no idea about the Hydra, because the best Hydra is still the German, and there's a lot of even if you don't have the Germans Hydra, you still, most destroyers, they do have, some destroyers, they do have Hydra, and also cruisers, all cruisers more or less have Hydra. So I have no idea if you can use your Hydra to spot their enemy submarine. Let me know also in a comment below. But overall, guys, I would like to say that all destroyers and even faster destroyers, they will return back to this game sooner when everybody is, you know, want to try the new submarine, how they works. But remember, the enemy number 1 is the destroyer, enemy number 2 could be light cruiser, but we do not know a clue about the CV aircraft carrier if they have tools to spot the submarines, or they are blind as bats. That it's very interesting. Remember, and this is the final word, submarines in this arcadic game can stay under water for entire game, so you don't have to come up and dive down, but to you know, use your ping and homing towards your target, you have to come up. So kind of interesting to know. And of course all these three are kind of strong versus submarines. However, the fast one, I have no idea how this balancing, because I do believe it's a balance issue of the boss about those stupid speedy demons like Mogador or Clabert can handle. I'm talking about a Clabert versus a submarine. That's the engagement. I have no idea how they fix it, because I don't believe there will be easy to torpedo a fast ship like Kaba or Trash Can. I don't believe so, guys. So let me know in a comment below. So thanks guys for watching, and always captains, fair seas, and goodbye.